In Maltby Cemetery, about 20 miles east of Seattle, Washington, there's a spooky tale about a stairway believed to lead straight to hell. Legend has it that these steps, once numbering 13, went down into the ground to the fancy tomb of a rich family. People said if you went down all 13 steps, you'd see something so scary it would make you go crazy. People who saw it said those who reached the last step fell down in terror and couldn't speak afterward. Some even said kids who went down the steps never talked again. Eventually, the stairs got covered up, but some say kids still sneak into the cemetery at night, hoping to find those haunted stairs.
If you're on the hunt for Bigfoot, Washington is the place to be. This state has seen more Bigfoot sightings than anywhere else, with over 500 reported sightings in total. According to a former Army Special Forces soldier and Washington State trooper who wished to stay anonymous, he claims to have fed Bigfoot-like creatures in the woods and even learned they have their own language. He described them as being tall, around 6 to 7 feet, and weighing roughly 500 pounds.
One of the most famous UFO sightings happened on June 24, 1947, when pilot Kenneth Arnold saw 9 flying saucers over Mount Rainier. This got everyone talking about UFOs, and more sightings popped up all over the place. Some folks have tried to explain what Arnold saw, but others still believe it's proof of aliens visiting us.
For over 200 years, folks have been talking about Caddy, a sea monster with a horse-like head and a super long neck. They say it lives in the waters off the Pacific coast, from Canada down to California. Some people have even taken videos of Caddy, and there are tales of seeing it on beaches. It's a mystery that keeps people guessing.
At Mariner High School in Everett, Washington, there's a spooky story about a strange creature that hangs around. Even though the school keeps its lights on all night, they start flickering around midnight, and some just go out for no reason. Some folks say if you get close to the school, you might see floating, glowing eyes. And if you look long enough, you might see what looks like a man with wings. It's a mystery that gives people the chills.
Back on January 14, 1899, Tacoma, Washington, saw its biggest ship disaster when the Andelana went down. During a big storm, the logs holding the ship steady broke, and it flipped over near the Puyallup River. Sadly, everyone on board, including the captain and 18 crew members, drowned. Even weirder, when divers went to get the ship back, they also died, and nobody knows why. It's a scary tale that still haunts the waters.
Princess Angeline, daughter of Chief Seattle, lived near Seattle in the 1800s. Even when her people were moved away, she stayed in the area, selling baskets at Pike Place Market. People say her ghost still shows up there, sitting with her baskets. But when people get close, she disappears, leaving behind a spooky memory.
North of Prosser, Washington, there's a weird place called Gravity Hill. If you put your car in neutral at the bottom, it rolls up the hill, defying gravity. Nearby, there's an old grain elevator folks say is haunted. Legend has it that if you dust powder on your car before trying Gravity Hill, you might see tiny handprints later on, said to be from ghost children pushing your car.
Near Ellensburg, Washington, there's a story about Mel's magical hole, a strange pit that's said to have weird powers. It all started when a guy named Mel Waters called a radio show, claiming he found a deep hole on his land. He said it was over 80,000 feet deep and even brought a dead dog back to life. But some say Mel Waters wasn't real, and nobody knows where the hole really is. Still, people go looking for it, hoping to uncover its mysteries.
In Auburn, Washington, there's a spooky legend about a ghost that walks without a face. Back when the city was called Slaughter, a rich guy sold the land to start the town. People say his ghost walks up and down a street, going through walls and scaring anyone who sees him. Nobody knows why he's there, but his faceless figure remains a spooky mystery.
I hope you found these stories as chilling and unsettling as I did. It's a stark reminder that sometimes reality can be stranger and more frightening than fiction. If you enjoyed these tales of suspense, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more spine-chilling content. This is your host, Nicholas Black. Until next time.